Okay, so today I'm doing a collaboration with some other fellow keto YouTubers, and we are all doing recipes that would be good for a picnic, a barbecue, a family reunion, and the recipe that I'm doing would even be good at holidays and birthday parties. So today I'm making bacon ranch cheese balls with fathead crackers on the side. So let's get to the recipe. Okay, so the first step is to chop up our bacon into pieces, and then we're going to fry it in a pan. So basically, I'm just going to take this bacon, cut it in half, and then cut it into quarters. I like my pieces to be a little bit on the bigger side. You can chop it finer if that's what you like. Okay. And then basically we're just making bacon bits. I like using bacon and frying it up myself rather than using the stuff in the package, because first of all, as you can tell, it's not going to take very long to make these bacon bits, and you're not going to have all the extra additives that they put in bacon bits to keep them fresh and shelf stable, because bacon is a meat. You shouldn't be able to keep that on the shelf. Alright, so there we go. All cut up. I'm going to put it in my pan. Let's take it to the stove and we're going to fry that up. Okay, so I have the bacon cooking in a pan. You can hear it sizzling. And basically we're just going to let this cook in the pan until it's fried and crispy and it looks like bacon bits. Okay, so now that's nice and crispy. We're going to turn the fire off, and I'm going to drain the bacon bits into a paper towel. Just putting it in a little bowl. We're going to let that cool off while we make our cheese ball. And don't worry, this grease is not going to go to waste. We're going to use some of that too. Okay, so now on with the cheese ball. So the first thing that we're going to add in our bowl is 1.5 packages or 12 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm using Philadelphia because it's the lowest carb cream cheese. And then to that I'm going to add a cup of sharp shredded cheddar cheese. And then to that I'm going to add about 1 ounce of ranch seasoning. And I just make my own ranch seasoning. I don't use the ranch out of the packets. So we're just going to sprinkle about 1 ounce, which is equal to a package. And then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of chives. Give it a little bit of an oniony flavor without adding too much onion to it. Then I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of pink salt and about 1 teaspoon of pepper. And then to make it even tastier, I'm going to take about a tablespoon of the bacon fat from the bacon that we cooked, and we're going to give it a nice bacon flavor on the inside with that. Okay, and then basically all we're going to do is mix it up with a mixer. Very quick and simple. Then I'm going to put some gloves on for this next step because I don't want to get my hands all messy. You don't have to use gloves, but when you work in food service for as long as I have, it just seems like a good idea. All right, and then we're just going to take that mixture bring it all together. And I'm just going to put it on a plate. I've covered this plate in plastic wrap so it's easier to remove and put it on my serving dish when I'm ready to serve it. So I'm just going to take this cheese right on top like that. Kind of shape it into a ball. And that makes a nice sized cheese ball. You could even roll it up into smaller balls and have several balls if you want, but today I'm just going to do it this way. And then we're going to take our bacon bits that we cooked and we're just going to stick that all around our cheese ball. Now there's a couple of different flavors that you can make with this. One thing that I would like to do next time is to add some chopped jalapenos to it. Oh my goodness, that would be good. Alright, so there we go. Just going to put the rest of these bacon bits on the side here. Don't let those go to waste. Okay. So I'm going to cover that up and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours so it can get hard again. So while that's in the refrigerator, let's make our crackers. Okay, so we're going to start off with the basic fathead dough. And if you don't know what that is, in this bowl I have 170 grams of shredded mozzarella cheese. If you wanted your cheese crackers to be a different flavor, you could use sharp cheddar. You could use a mixture of both. I mean, you could put Swiss in it, whatever you like. You could put it in there, but I'm going to stick with straight up mozzarella today. And then to that, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. A little bit more. And then I'm going to put that in the microwave for about 1 minute. I'm going to stir it, put it in for another 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that just took 1 minute. And it's nice and melted. Oh my goodness, look at that. So now I'm going to add 1 egg. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of chives. We're going to make a garlic chive cracker. All right, give that a good mix. All right, and then to that, I'm going to add 85 grams of almond flour. Okay, this is the part where I'm just going to get my hands in there, and we're going to make this into a dough. And if the cheese starts to cool off a little bit, you can put it back in the microwave for just about 20 or 30 seconds. And that'll help mix everything together. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. We're going to put it in the microwave for about 20 more seconds. Okay, so now that it's all mixed together, we're going to turn it onto the piece of parchment paper. Flatten it out a little bit. Put another piece on top. And we're just going to roll this out into crackers. Ooh, man overboard. Kind of scoot that back in there. Let's go this way. It comes out a little bit. Just put it in there. Keep rolling. I'm saying you want this pretty thin in order to make it taste like a cracker. I'm thinking like 1/8 of an inch. All right, I think that's good enough. So now, remove that paper. We're going to take our pizza cutter and we're going to cut it into squares. It's going to look a little bit rustic, not perfectly square. I'm not making them too big. I mean, you want to enjoy several pieces, not 2 or 3 big pieces. All right, so there we go. All cut into squares. So now I'm going to take it, put it on my baking sheet. Just like that. Okay, and it's going to go in the oven at 425 for about 5 minutes, or until they're brown and crisp on one side. And then I'm going to flip them all over and I'm going to cook them on the other side. So 10 to 15 minutes is the total that they're going to cook, and we'll be right back. Okay, so that was about 8 minutes in the oven. And you can tell they're kind of melting together. So I'm just going to take my trusty pizza cutter. I'm going to cut them again, just right on the same lines that I had before. Oops, that was a blooper. Shouldn't be too hard to follow the lines. Unless you're like me and you can't follow your own lines. Okay, and then it's going to take each cracker and I'm going to flip it over. And we're going to cook those for probably just another 5 minutes on the other side, not too long. We don't want to burn them, we just want them to be crispy. Okay, so there you go. It's cheesy, it's got bacon, and these crackers have garlic and chives in them. Yum. So I hope you try out this recipe. And I hope that you let me know how you liked it in the comments below. Anytime you need a cheesy appetizer, this is what you want. So let's talk about some other alternatives that you can use besides the crackers. You could also serve this with zucchini chips or celery sticks, any vegetable that's sturdy enough to hold up against the cheese would be good. You could also use these cheese wisps, which is something that I adore. But all in all, I really feel like these fathead crackers really stand up to the cheese ball really well. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Okay, so that was easy and pretty quick to make. You can make this up ahead of time and it would be good for just any time you need an appetizer or if you're having a craving for cheese. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Check out the links in the description below for the other people in the collaboration. Everybody's doing something different, so I'm sure you'll find something that you like. So that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.